In Peaky Blinders, what does Tommy Shelby drink and smoke? Keep watching the video till the end to find out. When the show achieves cult status, we become interested in much more than just its plot and the plot twists we're eager to see. Peaky Blinders is the type of show that forces us to learn more and more about it. It's engrossing, addictive, and full of fascinating facts that should be investigated. From the locations where it was shot to the clothes and accessories worn by the main characters to even more minute details. We don't want to overlook anything. We want to learn everything we can about it, and Tommy Shelby is one of the characters we'd like to learn more about. He's always seen holding a cigarette and a glass of alcohol. What is Tommy seen smoking? Peaky Blinders' men and women are frequently portrayed as smokers and heavy drinkers. It was legal to smoke inside at the time, and drinking was common even in front of children and especially in the company of women. It demonstrated man's strength and independence. Cillian Murphy, who plays Tommy Shelby, allegedly smoked 3,000 cigarettes during the first 2 seasons of the show. There are almost no scenes where we don't see him smoking. Murphy stated that he couldn't smoke regular cigarettes, so he smoked herbal and non-nicotine cigarettes, which are not addictive. Despite the fact that the cigarettes used on set were nicotine-free, some cast members found them unpleasant. Helen McCrory, who plays Polly Gray on the show, once said that herbal cigarettes taste horrible according to OSSA. According to McCrory, the fake cigarettes smelled like someone was smoking cannabis on set. Given the number of cigarettes smoked during the filming, the odor must have been quite strong. We want more information not only about what he's smoking and how much of it he's smoking. We know Tommy Shelby smokes in a specific way, and Cillian Murphy explained why. Murphy rolls his cigarette so that it'll not stick. Because of this, he always rubs it on his lips before smoking. And it became Tommy's trademark, a ritual of his, and yet another fascinating fact about him that we simply had to explain. Tommy, his brothers, family, and associates all consume Sweet Aftons. It was an Irish brand of short, unfiltered Virginia tobacco cigarettes. Cigarettes were mostly unfiltered at the time. Sweet Aftons were first used in 1919 and remained in use until 2011. Peaky Blinders' men and women are both heavy smokers. Lizzie Shelby and Polly Gray are also frequently seen with cigarettes in their mouths. Natasha O'Keefe, who plays Lizzie, and Helen McCrory, who plays Polly, both stated that the herbal alternatives made them sick. All of the actors admitted to having medical issues as a result of smoking so many cigarettes. Finkel, who plays Michael, stated that while the alternatives are softer than traditional cigarettes, he had numerous problems with them. He even thought he was allergic to them because they made his throat sore. Why does Tommy Shelby smoke so many cigarettes? The simplest explanation for everyone smoking so much in Peaky Blinders is that it's a sign of the times. It wasn't until the 1960s that the US Surgeon General declared that smoking causes cancer. That is not to say that in previous years, no one was aware of the dangers of smoking. Smoking cigarettes, on the other hand, was extremely common in the 1920s, when Peaky Blinders is set. Smoking was not only common, but it was also regarded as a rather glamorous pastime. Unfortunately, Peaky Blinders is a prime example of this, with well-dressed men and elegant ladies lining up at every second. After returning from World War I, Thomas Shelby and his brothers may have used smoking as a coping mechanism. Many people smoke because it's a way they've learned to cope with post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD symptoms, negative moods, and the stress of daily life. As seen in Peaky Blinders, Tommy suffers from PTSD after returning from the war. Fortunately, the Peaky Blinders cast was not required to smoke real nicotine cigarettes while filming the show. What is Tommy Shelby seen drinking? Along with smoking, drinking is one of the show's major vices. Almost everyone drinks, and they drink a lot. It was obviously in keeping with the reputation of those organized criminals. Aside from that, it's clear that alcohol played a significant role at the time. The Birmingham boys and girls in the show are huge whiskey fans. We rarely see them without a glass, particularly Tommy, who pours a drink for everyone who walks into his bar. The Shelby brothers favor Irish whiskey. Because the whiskey they drink does not exist, a special brand was created for the show. They drink Galglenny whiskey, which was specially crafted for the show. Irish whiskey is well known throughout the world, and it's especially popular in the United Kingdom and the United States. It is a bold and rich triple distilled whiskey, not a single malt like most whiskeys. It's fascinating to follow the plot and learn about this era because the characters are based on real people. We get a good understanding of the lives, habits, and rituals that criminal organizations followed. We get a good sense of their insecurities, which are hidden behind their exaggerated behavior. What are his other bad habits? They don't just smoke and drink all the time. They use drugs so frequently that it becomes second nature to them. Because many of the characters in the show are war veterans, they all have PTSD. Along with the previously mentioned addictions, we frequently see them consume opium. Opium was used as a coping mechanism back then. It relaxed and distanced men and women from their daily struggles by relieving their muscles. We mostly see Tommy Shelby using opium after many of his inner conflicts and wars with everyone. Cocaine is the most commonly used drug in the show. It is a drug that is popular among the wealthy. It demonstrates that you can afford something that not everyone can. Although the majority of the characters in the show are men who use drugs, there is one female character who becomes severely addicted to them. Linda, Arthur's wife, transforms from a good Christian mother and loving wife to an even more rebellious woman who succumbs to temptation and gradually accepts their lifestyle. Addictions affect both male and female characters in Peaky Blinders, as seen above. Many of them even smoke and consume alcohol while pregnant. Cocaine use has become so commonplace that no one even blinks at the sight of it. As depicted, this period was obviously very wild, and many things were certainly allowed at the time, but certain people didn't really pay attention to that. We can't say it was much different from today, but it was probably something new and unfamiliar at the time. Then came the Prohibition era, which may have intensified all of these activities. Peaky Blinders depicts and describes everything in great detail, which is why we enjoy watching it so much. We not only follow a gripping, intense, and exciting story, but we also learn a lot about that time period in both the United Kingdom and the United States. Peaky Blinders creator Stephen Knight confirmed in early 2021 that a film adaptation is in the works. His plan from the beginning was to end Peaky with a movie. That is what's going to happen, he added. He stated that filming will begin in 2023, with the project being shot and set in Birmingham, England. What is the plot of the film? It's unclear what plot lines we can expect to see in the Peaky Blinders film, or even what year it'll take place in, but recent statements from Knight suggest that it'll take place in part during World War II. Back in 2018, Knight told fans that the original plan was to film a 7th season of the television show, with the possibility of more seasons in the future. "My ambition is to make it a story about a family caught between two wars," he explained at the time. "I always wanted to end it with the first air raid siren in 1939. However, he revealed in early 2022 that those plans had changed. "I have revised the scope of what it is. It'll now go into and beyond World War II, he told Empire. "I just want to keep the energy that's out there in the world for this going, and I want to see how this can progress beyond that." He continued, "I think of this 6th series as the end of the beginning." The film will be Peaky Blinders' final cinematic contribution, at least under his direction. While Knight stated that he would not be interested in writing a Peaky Blinders spin-off series, he did state that a spin-off show, or even multiple spin-offs, are on the table. It is unknown whether or not the show's main cast will be joining the crew. The Peaky Blinders film will include a second unit of film students on its production team to assist students in production. The collaboration is a collaboration between the BBC Academy, Birmingham City University, and the Birmingham Film Academy. Knight stated that he believes it is a shame that many interns and students are not given real-world production experience, and this would provide them with that opportunity. Peaky Blinders is a gripping period crime drama about a gangster family in post-World War I England. Cillian Murphy, the late Helen McCrory, and Paul Anderson are among those who continue to appear on the show's main cast. The show currently spans the years 1919 to 1929 as the family expands their crime syndicate, encountering numerous roadblocks and tragedies along the way. Knight is well known for his incredible storytelling abilities, which keep audiences on the edge of their seats throughout the drama. With Peaky Blinders' 6th season officially designated as the show's final season, there will undoubtedly be a series of intense encounters to close out the story. And that's all for today's video. Want to know more things about the Peaky Blinders or Thomas Shelby? Then like and share this video, and also subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content. See you in the next video.